Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Aveni's Game Room. This is Back to School by Microsphere. Now, before I get into talking about the game, what I want to do is mention a few things. In my original introduction, I said I was going to cover obscure games. That's still my intention. This is just one game that I just felt I had to cover though. For me, this is probably the closest thing you're going to come to perfection on the spectrum. For those of you who listen to the introduction, you'll also know that the sound quality was pretty terrible, and I managed to get that fixed. I reinstalled my sound card drives and it seemed to sort out the problem. And well, that is until yesterday. Now, I recorded a Trolley Wally video on the Amstrad CPC and it sounded great when I was playing it back and things, and I was sat there thinking to myself, oh, this has to be probably the best sounding video I've done so far. Turns out it wasn't. A couple of hours after I'd uploaded the video, my sound stopped working completely and my sound cards failed. So I've took my sound card out, and luckily I have onboard sound on my motherboard, so I've re-enabled that, and I'm going to have another go at this and see how it turns out, and hopefully there'll be no more horrible sound issues with the onboard sound. I'll be able to get on a little bit better than what I have been. So apologies for the last video, it sounds absolutely awful. And now on to Back to School. Now, I'll start by covering the characters first. We have the main character, Eric, and he's our hero, and it's his job, well, say his job, but what the aim of the game, he has to try and sneak his fake report card back into the safe in the headmaster's room. If anybody's played the first School days, you'll know in the first one you steal your report card. In this one, what you've done is you've faked everything and you're trying to put it back. Then, next character is Haley. She's the heroine and she's in the girls' school. Now, you can kiss her and she'll reduce your lines by 1,000, but you're only allowed to do this a set number of times. If I recall, it's 6 times. After that she won't do any more lines for you. Then we've got Boy Wonder. He's the tearaway. He basically just runs around shooting catapults at everybody and just generally being obnoxious. Then we have Angel Face. He's the school bully, and he's kind of similar to Boy Wonder, apart from the fact he doesn't tend to run around shooting people with catapults. He runs around punching the crap out of people. And that's basically all he does, he just runs around hitting people. And then we have Einstein. He's the school SWAT, and basically he's an annoying little twat. What he does is, if you fire a catapult at him, or if you hit him, as soon as a lesson starts, he'll tell the teacher. He'll sprag on you basically. He'll also sprag on you if you don't turn up to a lesson. He'll tell the teacher that you're not there, and the teacher will come looking for you and hunt you down like a Terminator. Well, that's the sort of the main characters. The actual staff. We have Albert. He's the caretaker. Now, he closes the gates and shuts the school doors. And what he does is he opens the door and the gate at playtime, and closes the gate and the door when playtime's over. We also have Miss Take. She's the headmistress of the girls' school. We have Mr. Rocket. He's the science teacher. We have Mr. Wissett. He's the geography teacher. Mr. Creek. He's the history teacher. And then we have Mr. Wacker, who's the headmaster of the school. That's the cast of characters. Now, what you need to do, as I said, is try and sneak your report card back into the safe to complete the game. And along the way, there's a lot of different things that can help Eric do this. There's a water pistol and a catapult. You can pick up mice, stink bombs, and there's just lots of other little different things you can do. If you wanted to, you could actually play this as a school simulator. You don't have to be naughty. You can just go to your lessons and do whatever you want. But if you're playing it to complete it, what you need to do is you get yourself the catapult, not the catapult, sorry. You get yourself the water pistol and some stink bombs and things, and what you do is you fill one of the cups with water, and when teachers walk under the cup, if you stood on the stairs, you can fire the cup and water will fall out, and it hits them on the head, and they'll give you a number. Now, once you've done all 4 teachers, then you can write this number on the blackboard, and this will unlock the bike, which is needed later on. There's just, I don't know what it is with this game. I play this game at least half a dozen times every single year, and I have done since I originally got it back in 1985, and it's just so enjoyable for me. I don't understand why. My missus thinks I'm a bit of a freak because I enjoy it so much, but like I said, it's just one of those games I keep going back to. A lot of people may not agree and may not think it's the best game that's ever been released on the Spectrum, because to be honest, there is a lot of other really, really great titles on the Spectrum and great games and things, but for me, this is it. This is the pinnacle of gaming on the Spectrum. It's well, I can't actually say how many hours I've put into this game, but it's going to be a lot. Many, many, many hours. There's no other game on any other format, be it computer, console, whatever, that's held my interest for so many years. And yeah, I'm extremely passionate about this game. As I said, I enjoy playing it, and it's kind of hard to actually play it while I'm doing this, to be honest, because I find myself being drawn into the game as I'm talking. But I'll soldier on, as we Brits do. Yeah, I'm not sure where else I can go with this, to be honest. There's a lot of things to do. As I said, you have plant pots and things. You fire your water pistol into them and the plants will grow, and you can hit people, hit other students, you can knock the teachers over with your catapult, you can jump. Obviously you can fire your catapult at the cup to make the water come out, to get your number to unlock the bike. You can catch mice later on in the game. There's other things as well. I think there's a frog. You can fill your water pistol with sherry. You can get the teacher well, Mr. Whacker specifically, to open windows using stink bombs. There's actually two windows that you can get him to open. The top one you get him to open so you can actually use it later on and fire out of it into the conker tree. And you'll hit a conker and the conker will fall down. And there's a window underneath that too. You can use that to jump out of. Unfortunately, if you jump out of the top window, you kind of hurt yourself and it's game over. And Mr. Whacker, he'll come down the stairs and come and find you, and he'll tell you that you're not a bird and you can't fly, and that's game over. So you don't really want to be doing that. What you do is you jump out the window underneath instead, so you don't hurt yourself. I'm not going to complete the game. This isn't a walkthrough, so I'm not going to pay attention to the lines and things. I just want this so people can actually see the game and try and explain what this is all about. It's very hard to articulate when I'm actually playing the game at the same time. I can multitask, but I'm one of these people that I tend to get absorbed when I play the game, and I do apologise if I'm getting a bit quiet or a pause every now and again, but it can't be helped. I have a lot of love for this game. There's a lot of different things involved in completing this game. Like I said, you use the blackboard to unlock the bike, and you use it for other things too. And like I said, I mentioned earlier, there's the girls' school, and you have the heroine Haley. You kiss her, and she'll take 1,000 lines off you. 6 times is your limit, if I recall. And there's actually a fair little bit of stuff to do in the girls' school. You need mice to scare the headmistress and things, and because you need to steal sherry from the girls' school, and put a frog in the girls' school, and just different things. It may sound fairly simplistic, but I'd say you could probably spend a good hour trying to complete this. And this is when you know what you're doing and you know exactly how to complete it from start to finish. But if you're new to the game, what I'd suggest, what you can do, is basically just go through the normal rigmarole of a school day, just to learn how the game reacts to different things. And you know, when you fire your catapult, if you get seen, you'll get lines for that. You get lines for dropping stink bombs, using your water pistol, and being late for classes and other bits and pieces. But this is something I think everybody should experience. There's probably a lot of people out there thinking, but the game's crap. Why does he like it so much? Do you know, I don't know. It was the highlight of my Spectrum years. This game got played every night when I got it, and it did so for a very long time. I can't even remember the amount of times I've completed this game. It's been so many times. But there's no sort of modern day equivalent, really. I think Rockstar did a game called Bully or something similar, but I've never really had a look at that, to be honest. It's just the fact that you're back at school and you're supposedly reliving the happiest days of your life and all the rest of it, which wasn't really the case for me. School time wasn't very good, to be honest. But yeah, this game, it brings out a lot of memories for me. I could probably just keep waffling on and spouting gibberish for quite some time. People are probably getting bored by now because I've went over myself a lot, to be honest, but it's hard to sort of fit it all in to what I want. I wanted this to be a 6 or 7 minute video. I've decided I don't want to be scripting things. It sounds unnatural to me. It looks what I want to say. If while I'm playing as well, if something happens while I'm playing and I lose my train of thought, I don't want to be doing scripted half-assed reviews and things. I'd rather just try and be myself at the end of the day. It makes more sense to me. So I think moving forward, my reviews, and well, like I said, more half-assed than anything else, but it's showing you the game, and I'm talking a bit about mostly my experiences and my memories with the game, which obviously that's not going to come through on games I may not have played and whatnot, but I'll still try to be honest about the games. But what I'm going to do is I'll try and look at it from the point of view of what I would have thought of it back in the 80s when I originally would have found these games in the first place. And I think that way it will give a more genuine review of the game at the end of the day. And I think that's how I'm going to sort of continue moving forward as well. As I said in my Trolley Wally video, I'm hoping to do reviews and things of my hardware. I'm hoping that's going to happen soon, so I might have some videos of my hardware, and I've got some like obscure little things too that I'd like to show people. One of them is an 8-bit gaming system, and you plug it into your telly. It comes with a light gun, it comes with a controller, and it's just got a handful of games on there. I think most of them are like basically they're either cloned or emulated or very close copies of old Atari and old NES games. That's one of the things I'm actually looking forward to doing, because I've not had it out the loft in a good 6 months, to be honest, and I think it's something people would like to see. I'm not sure if they're available to buy now. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's just called the 8-bit console or something daft like that anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be having a look at that. I've got other things. I've got a Munchman, which is a little handheld Pac-Man, which I want to have a look at and get on camera. I've got Scrabble. That's a little handheld one. I've got a couple of bits and pieces that I'd like to get on camera and show people what they look like, all from the 80s. Yeah, I think that's. I think I'm going to cut this short now, because it's been going on quite a while, and I don't want to bore people to death. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.